Hello, everyone. I hope you are having a ask you a question. Have you ever started your day off and everything was going right until it wasn't? Back in early March, my third party dispatching team, we faced a day that like just tested every fiber and everything that we believed in regards to our commitment to excellence to our customer. Now, we specialize in transporting critical aerospace and automotive parts and different components that, if they get delayed, they could halt like production lines and cause a significant financial loss, the loss of a lot of money for our customers, basically. And on this particular day, one of our drivers, while he was en route with it was a team actually, and they were en route, husband and wife team, they were en route with a very critical airplane part. And those guys faced every truck driver's nightmare. They faced a breakdown with a very critical part on a load that was a really good amount of money. And with the clock ticking, the situation could have gotten like easily out of control and it could have turned into a major disaster. But what followed was like a true testament to the years that, I've spent leading a team, the years that I've spent doing and delivering customer service, stellar customer service. But it was right at the place where crisis management and communication, where those two things meet. That's right where we were. And our team drivers, they understood like how crucial it was to get this load there, to get it to where it needed to be. And so I commend them. They did not miss a beat. The wife of the team, she immediately told us about the breakdown. She immediately started giving us updates and keeping us updated on the status of what was going on. And it turned out that it was a breakdown that they were not going to be able to fix like right away. So we needed to do something quick and do something fast. And so she was like that lifeline that just kind of kept us all updated. She worked very closely with my team, and my team in turn worked. And I'm not hovering, okay, but I'm there. Like we're all on the. It was we worked together because everybody's worked remote, so we all worked on the Zoom, and so we were all like right there, springing into action to figure out how to get past this, And she was so phenomenal that this is what she did. She helped to orchestrate a perfect handoff. It was a handoff to another owner operator who was already ready, and they were already like, it was just like a perfect storm. And they were able to pass on that load to the other owner operator. And the key to this was everybody's swift and coordinated effort, because all of that put together, it was nothing short of a logistics miracle. And so we managed to deliver those important parts on time. But I want to share, because this incident, it shows a vital lesson for the future of trucking, and that is the power of proactive communication and the ability to deliver excellent, stellar customer service. And it was our driver's immediate and clear communication that helped us to act quickly and effectively and communicate effectively with our customer. And even though there was like a very small delay, very small, even more so, it helped to preserve and strengthen our relationship with the customer, who appreciated the transparency, and they appreciated our efforts to resolve the situation and rectify it without just disrupting their entire operation. And so I share this not to just talk about the critical importance of, you know, delivering the load and getting it there, but I share it to talk about the critical importance of customer service and communication in trucking, because those are two things that we don't always really highlight, but it's really the backbone of getting these loads where they need to be. And so I highlight how these two skills are indispensable, especially as our industry evolves, especially as we see new technology, as we see automation, as we see autonomy entering our trucking and transportation industry. And these are powerful reminders of how, in the world of logistics, and how proactive communication can turn a potential crisis like we almost had into a testimony of reliability and a testimony of commitment. And so I want you to stick around to the end of today's show, because in our learning lane, we're going to talk about delivering stellar customer service. And I'm going to give you 3 actionable tools that you can add to your toolbox starting today that will help you, and you'll be able to put it in your pocket to use as we evolve into what tomorrow brings. And if you're new here, welcome. I just want to thank you for being here. My name is Jerri, and I own a recruitment and education agency. And in our agency, we focus on 2 things. We focus on truck driving jobs, traditional truck driving jobs. You're going to hear me say that word, traditional, because we're seeing a shift in what our truck driving jobs look like. And we focus on education, and that education is helping you to elevate, understand, and learn more about the future of trucking, and learn about those skills, those tools that you need to put in your toolbox to be able to use as we move into this new future. And so, do me a favor. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe so that you never miss a live. I am live every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Now, that may increase because I've gotten a lot of really good feedback from you guys that you're learning and you're growing, and this information is so helpful to you. So, you never know. It may go to 5 days, it may go to 7 days. We'll see. And in today's show, we're going to help you, again, like I talked about, we're going to help you to upskill, because that's what this is all about. It's about upskilling and reskilling for this new future that our industry is moving into. But in today's show, we're going to talk about TechCelerate Now and what that is in regards to a new program that the FMCSA, and how it's transitioned to a new phase. We're going to talk about the difference between ADAS and autonomous vehicles. They're sometimes confused, and so I'm kind of gonna break those 2 things down, and then I'm gonna talk and share an autonomous vehicle operator job, and this is with an autonomous vehicle developer, a developer company. And so I'm going to share, they are hiring. They do need help. And so I'm going to share this position. But when I share these types of positions, the traditional job versus the autonomous vehicle developer, autonomous vehicle job, I want you to really think about and look at the requirements for the traditional truck driving jobs versus the requirements and the desirables for the autonomous vehicle operator job. And then lastly, as I talked about the learning, talk about how delivering stellar customer service and building customer loyalty is very, very crucial and very, very important as we move into this new future. So thank you for being here. We'll get started right away. I'm Jerri Banks. Our agency focuses on driver recruitment and driver education. We focus on helping drivers and preparing them for the future of trucking and transportation as autonomous vehicles and automation enters the industry. Our goal is to ensure that you are equipped with the skills that you need to be successful in this new way of life. So make sure you connect with me across all of my platforms. Jerri Banks, Autonomous Trucking. I look forward to connecting with you. All right. So moving right along, again, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Make sure you are connected. Make sure that you follow me across all of my social media platforms. I do want to recognize our viewers. Hello, everyone. Mr. Leonard. Hello, Mr. Leonard. He says, "Good morning, Miss Jerri. What's happening with everyone today?" Rackham. Hello, Mr. Leonard. Thank you so much for always being here, always supporting our efforts to upskill and reskill the drivers and ensure that they are ready for what's to come. I also want to say hello to everyone on TikTok. Make sure you guys are tapping that screen. Make sure you are sharing the live. Again, this is, if you're in this industry, it's a lot of really, really good information that is going to help you and help you excel in the future of trucking and transportation. Again, hello, Mr. Leonard. All right, I would like to start with the next segment. We're going to be talking about ADAS versus autonomous vehicles. And so ADAS stands for Advanced Driver Assistance System. ADAS, Advanced Driver Assistance Systems. And so while often confused, ADAS and autonomous driving, they're sometimes confused, but they're two totally different concepts. Again, ADAS stands for Advanced Driver Assistance Systems, and autonomous, it's self-driving. It is driving itself. It is without a human driver. And ADAS features, they act as a helpful assistant to the driver by providing features like lane departure warnings or adaptive cruise control to enhance safety and convenience, like having a co-pilot almost. And so they're not designed to take full control of the vehicle. And ADAS. So let me tell you a little story. Back in, oh gosh, it had to be March. It had to be March of 2022. So my team and I, the recruitment team, we were driving to Memphis, Tennessee. Were we going to Memphis? No, we were going to Louisville, Kentucky, but we stopped in Memphis. I don't know why Memphis was just, up at the top of my head, but we stopped in Louisville, Kentucky. And we were on the way to the largest truck show in America. And it's the Super Bowl of truck shows. If you've never been, you have to go. It is the Mid-America Truck Show. And so the whole team and I were on the way, and we had rented a large van. It wasn't like a 10 passenger or a 12 passenger van, but it was a really large van. And so on the way, we had to. It was night. We left really late, after 10 or 11 o'clock at night. There were me and about 5 of my team members. And on the way, it started raining really, really bad. And I'll never forget, we had left Houston. So we were maybe a couple of hours outside of Houston, but it was on 59, and we were going 59 north. And it was up by like Nacogdoches, Lufkin. And so it's in an area where, if you're familiar with that area, it's like black. It's dark. There's nothing. There's nothing on the roadways. There's no street lights. There's no freeways. It's just like highway and you and the highway, and that's it. And it was raining so bad. And I was driving, and because I took the first leg because I wanted to just get it over with. So I was driving, and I could barely see the lane, right? I could barely see the lane, but the car, we had rented the van, and the car was equipped with this ADAS system. And I learned later that that's what it was. But the car was equipped with ADAS. And I was veering out of the lane a little bit. I was veering out of my lane. And the car kept telling me that you're going over your lane. You're going, it kept correcting me. And I'm like, that was my first experience with ADAS. And I was like, holy moly, what is happening? The car was correcting itself and centering itself back in the lane. And then the car told me after a while, after me doing that too many times, like this little coffee cup came up and in the dash, and it was like, I think you need to take a break. I think you need to take a break. Or is it time to take a break? And so, yeah, I did take a break. But I was really impressed. I was like, what is this? What is going on? This car just corrected itself, number one. And number two, it told me to take a break. I mean, I knew I probably needed to take a break, but it was just raining so hard that I could barely see it. And so what ADAS is, it doesn't drive itself. It still has features that helps me. It's like my assistant. It's like your assistant. And if you're a trucker, a lot of the trucks right now, they have ADAS. And so these are features like lane departure, lane changes. It's like it shows your blind spot, shows somebody in your blind spot. And so these are safety features. These are safety features that are helping you, being your co-pilot, to help you be safe out on the road, to help you be safe out on the road. And so I'm going to go ahead and take a break. And what I would like you to do is, when I come back, we're going to talk about the TechCelerate program. When it comes to autonomous trucks entering the trucking and transportation industry, up until now, you've only heard bits and pieces, news here, news there. There's been no centralized place for you to learn about autonomous trucks. Join me every Wednesday and Thursday and Friday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time as I share information, news, and education on how you can stay prepared for autonomous trucks and autonomy entering the trucking and transportation industry. I'm Jerri Banks. Our agency focuses on driver recruitment and driver education. We focus on helping drivers and preparing them for the future of trucking and transportation as autonomous vehicles and automation enters the industry. Our goal is to ensure that you are equipped with the skills that you need to be successful in this new way of life. So make sure you connect with me across all of my platforms. Jerri Banks, Autonomous Trucking. I look forward to connecting with you. When it comes When it comes to autonomous trucks entering the trucking and transportation industry, up until now, you've only heard bits and pieces, news here, news there. There's been no centralized place for you to learn about autonomous trucks. Join me every Wednesday and Thursday and Friday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time as I share information, news, and education on how you can stay prepared for autonomous trucks and autonomy entering the trucking and transportation industry. I'm Jerri Banks. Our agency focuses on driver recruitment and driver education. We focus on helping drivers and preparing them for the future of trucking and transportation as autonomous vehicles and automation enters the industry. Our goal is to ensure that you are equipped with the skills that you need to be successful in this new way of life. So make sure you connect with me across all of my platforms. Jerri Banks, Autonomous Trucking. I look forward to connecting with you. When it comes to autonomous trucks entering the trucking and transportation industry, up until now, you've only heard bits and pieces, news here, news there. There's been no centralized place for you to learn about autonomous trucks. Join me every Wednesday and Thursday and Friday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time as I share information, news, and education on how you can stay prepared for autonomous trucks and autonomy entering the trucking and transportation industry. I'm Jerri Banks. Our agency focuses on driver recruitment and driver education. We focus on helping drivers and preparing them for the future of trucking and transportation as autonomous vehicles and automation enters the industry. Our goal is to ensure that you are equipped with the skills that you need to be successful in this new way of life. So make sure you connect with me across all of my platforms. Jerri Banks, Autonomous Trucking. I look forward to connecting with you. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I am back, and we are going to move right into TechCelerate Now. TechCelerate Now, and what that is in our ADAS, talking about ADAS, that leads us right into this article that I want to share with you, and it is TechCelerate Now. So basically, the TechCelerate Now program has been awarded a phase two contract, and this is through the FMCSA. And so let me talk a little bit more about what that is. And so it just continues. So moving into phase two, it allows the continuation of the TechCelerate Now program. And the phase two contract was awarded by the FMCSA. And so this is what that is. The FMCSA has awarded this phase two contract, and it helps them to demonstrate their commitment to accelerating the adoption of ADAS, advanced driver assistance systems, within the trucking industry. And so it's a 4-year program, and it's going to focus on developing resources and tools to educate and inform the industry about the benefits of ADAS technology, because ADAS technology, its aim is to reduce crashes and ultimately improve the safety on the roadways. So a lot of companies that you already drive for, you already connected with, their trucks are equipped with the ADAS system. Just like my rental car was equipped with the ADAS system, their trucks are equipped with the ADAS system. So let me just kind of share. I want to show you. You can actually go to the FMCSA's website, and it gives you more in-depth and a more in-depth overview of the TechCelerate Now program and the ADAS technology. And so it was awarded initially in the fall of 2023, and actually September 2021 is when it started. But this video, and I want you to watch this video, and I'll just share a few minutes of it. This video is a video of it was collaboration between PAVE and the TechCelerate Now and the partners within the TechCelerate Now program. And so they've been doing webinars, they've been doing meetings, and the ADAS, the Advanced Driver System, it it includes collision warning, it includes automatic emergency braking, it includes lane keeping assistance, that lane keeping that helped me to stay in my lane when it was raining really, really bad that late that night when we were on our way to the Mid America Truck Show. The adaptive cruise control, the camera-based mirrors, and blind spot warning system. I talked about that. So I'll share this video here with you very quickly.
Well, the impact of these technologies has been amazing. We have completely eliminated catastrophic accidents here at Boyle Transportation. For example, with forward-looking radars or collision mitigation systems with emergency braking, we have not had a rear-end collision in over 10 years. So the return on investment is just tremendous. It's been well received by our professional drivers. The drivers are trained how to interact with these systems, and they have the knowledge and the skills to use these systems effectively and avoid collisions. Really, the best part about it with these active safety systems is that you can take a professional driver and train them and coach them, and with these systems you're able to make them that much better. It just provides another layer of safety between for the driver, that they can go out and be confident that that they operate that vehicle safely, using these technologies to prevent collisions. Looking forward into the future with ADAS, there's been, in the last few years, there's just been an explosion of some of these technologies and just the value that they provide. And I think that going forward, you're going to see additional features become available. For example, the radar system, right? That radar system, used to just be for collision mitigation. Now it's also for blind spot. I know there's some companies that are working on some more advanced features to address cross traffic and pedestrians, right? So as this technology evolves, the value that it's going to bring to the fleet, protection that it brings to the driver is going to be magnified, tremendously.
And so this was an excerpt from the TechCelerate program. And that video is right on the FMCSA's website, their TechCelerate program website. You can take a look at that. Let me drop and share that link here again. Again, that is from A's website, their TechCelerate Now program. And so it just kind of talks about the importance of ADAS and how ADAS, again, that's a new helping us to evolve. It's helping our industry to evolve, to be more safer on the roadways, to add that extra layer. And the gentleman from Boyle Transportation, he talked about how important it has been and how crucial it has been for their company and how they have not had any incidents or rear endings. And so that is a big deal. That is a big deal. And so as we see these new technologies, as we see new systems being incorporated, and I love how the trucking companies are working with the FMCSA to further advance these technologies and to not just talk about it, but share real world results. That's what we want to see. We want to hear about results. We want to hear, how it's saving lives. We want to hear how it's preventing crashes. And so that's very, very important for the public, us to be able to hear and see that. So thank you, FMCSA. Thank you to everyone that's working on the TechCelerate Now program. You can check out this full article. I will add it to the description box of this video. You can check out this full article on fleet equipment. Fleet equipment shared this article just a few days ago. And so I think it's a great one. And we'll make sure that we add that to the description box here so that you can check out the full article and learn more. Awesome. Thank you so much. All right. So moving right along, in the next segment, when we come back, I want to share a job. It's an autonomous vehicle operator position. And I'm going to talk about the requireds and I'm going to talk about the desirables, because in this show, your goal is to reskill and upskill so that you can be a game changer for somebody's company. If you have not already, I want you to visit our website and I want you to download under solutions. I want you to download the free ebook that I've written in regards to autonomous trucking. And it's an introductory to autonomous trucking that will be able to help you get a really good overview and understanding of key companies that are the leaders in autonomous vehicle technology when it comes to trucking and transportation. It'll help understand the key skills that you're going to need that are going to be transferable into the new future of trucking. And so this ebook is a great start for you. If you haven't already downloaded it, make sure you go get it. Okay. All right. And let's move right into the job I want to share with you. And this job comes to us from Gatik AI. Gatik is a company based in Dallas, Texas. They currently, and they own the middle mile. That's what they say. They own the middle mile. And Gatik, and we'll let me see if we can get that website for Gatik AI put up on the screen. I'll get that up here in just a second. But Gatik owns the middle mile, because I want you to be able to go check it out yourself. This don't just take it from me. Go read and take a look at the website yourself, and we'll do a spotlight on Gatik so that you can learn more about them. We'll spotlight them next week. But Gatik owns the middle mile. And when I say the middle mile, they own the portion where there is they own the portion where they're delivering from the distribution center to the actual store. They're delivering to the store or from the distribution center. And so Gatik has a position open. It is autonomous vehicle operator. And let me go ahead and pull that position up for you. It is Oh, and we have the website. The website is right here at the bottom, and you can go to their careers tab. It's Gatik, GATIK.ai. Gatik AI. And so this is an autonomous vehicle operator position, and it requires the exact same requirements if as you're driving a commercial vehicle. Even though it's not a semi truck, it is box truck. They only move box truck freight. And so right now you will manually drive the vehicles on assigned routes, gathering route data and helping to move them towards an autonomous future. um, Customer service, display customer service orientation. We talked about that. We're going to talk about customer service as well in the education segment, and act as an ambassador for the company towards customers and the public. And that's important. That's very important in regards to stellar customer service. You're going to want to ensure that your customer service is top tier. All right. And ensuring vehicles arrive at the pickup and the drop off locations on time, and the integrity of the goods is. They want you to assist with safe, secure loading and unloading of the customer's goods, because right now they unload and deliver at Kroger stores and Walmart stores. So you can see them. If you live in Dallas, you will see their trucks. And I'll see if I can get a picture and put one of their trucks on the screen so you can. So if you see it, I want you to recognize it, and I want you to say, "Hey, I know those trucks, the Gatik trucks." I was actually in Dallas back in September of this past year. And I was with some friends, and we were doing a workshop, and it was a 3-day workshop and a lot of information. And so we had got an Airbnb, and we were staying at the Airbnb. And in the morning, every morning, no matter where I'm at, no matter where, if I'm at the office, at home, no matter where I'm at, early morning, I take a walk. I do a walk because it helps my mental. It's good for exercise. And and if you take a walk, are you like me? Do you take like a pen and a piece of paper with you? Because on my walks, I always get these digital downloads. And I was on my walk in Dallas and got my pen and paper with me. And I'm in a neighborhood, so I didn't really expect to see like a lot going on. But near the neighborhood, there was like a main street as well. On the main street, I saw a Gatik truck. I saw my first Gatik truck, and I was like, I know them. That's Gatik AI. It was really interesting to see the driver. Of course, he's doing manual driving at this point, but at some point, the driver is there just to take over. It's just to take over, to deliver stellar customer service, to help with the pickups, with the drop offs, to help with the manual load, the unload. They use equipment such as pallet jacks, carts, dollies, lift gates. The driver works very closely, of course, with the dispatch team on the shifts and on the route status, updating, communicating, and they ensure the operation and safety of the trucks by the daily routine checks. And so we talked last week about the technician and being able to do those basic technician duties, monitoring fluid levels, checking the pressure, the hose connections. And so it's very important that you as a driver learn some of those things. Some other things. They're looking for someone with 3 years or more experience, 3 years or more experience operating straight trucks, 26 to 35 foot long. You have to have a class C, so you don't even need a class C, a class A. A class A is a plus position. Class A CDL driver's license, it's preferred for some customers, but it's not a requirement. So you're driving, you're utilizing your Class C primarily, but there are some customers that they have that will require a Class A license. Um, Insurability is a big deal. It means that you have to be insurable. It means that you have to have a clean driving record. Personal, both personal, because I have a lot of drivers, and my team has a lot of drivers that will call and say, oh, my driving record's good. My driving record is clean. And then we find out that, they ran into the back of some car. Word of advice, if nobody's ever told you, your personal car accidents and tickets also count your commercial driving tickets and accidents. They all add up together. So it's very important that you are as safe as you are in your commercial truck. You are just as safe in your personal vehicle, because you want to be, as they put it, insurable. You want to be willing to work flexible hours, both on the weekdays and on the weekends. I don't think that that's people. Most people are flexible. Customer relationship management. There's that customer service. That's very crucial. Ability to be meticulous, ability to be organized, and ability to be proactive. You want to be proactive. These are all skills and qualities. They're not so much skills, they're qualities and part of your character, because being proactive, being meticulous, being organized, that's already in you. A lot of people can't teach those things. I can't teach you to be proactive. I can tell you what proactive is and what I'm looking for in someone that is proactive, but you have to have that skill, right? And strong verbal, written, and interpersonal skills. These are skills. What I'm going are Gatik from an autonomous vehicle developer perspective. Gatik is looking for these types of skills in their driver. So let's go right back to, let me get that added back. All right. Okay. Now, so the next skill, the interpersonal skills, these are your soft skills. We talked about customer service. We talked about communication. We talked about all of these skills, problem solving, team building. These are all going to be skills that are going to be needed for you in order to thrive in this new future. And Gatik is just letting you know. Gatik is just letting you know. Strong verbal, written, positive collegial relationships with coworkers and customers. What does that mean? That means working well in a team environment. That means working well with your customers. Those are all skills that you have to have. Those are all skills that you have to have. Ability to use your smartphone, ability to use your apps, and willingness to provide your own mobile device. So you got to use your own phone on with this particular company. But knowing how to use your smartphone is smart for a reason. So you got to be smart to be able to use it. So knowing how to, that's just advancing with the technology, advancing with the times. And so working conditions, you got to be able to lift 50 pounds, you got to climb a ladder, you got to be able to use a pallet jack. These are, it's physical work too. You're a trucker, you understand. And so these are things that you're going to need to be able to do. And this is a great example of what some companies, particularly some of these autonomous vehicle developers, are looking for when they are looking for that new team member. They're looking for someone that's going to be great. So let me know. Let me know which one of these skills really stands out to you. And let me know which one of these skills you feel like you need to do a little bit more work on. You need a little bit more training on. And you're in luck because in June, we're going to be hosting a series of workshops, a series of reskilling opportunities to help you and take you to that next level. So make sure you're tapped in. We'll be sharing the dates for those workshops and those opportunities very, very soon. All right. Let's take a break. And when we come back, I'm going to talk with you and share with you some customer service tips that you need to put in your toolbox to be able to transition into this new future. I'm Jerri Banks. Our agency focuses on driver recruitment and driver education. We focus on helping drivers and preparing them for the future of trucking and transportation as autonomous vehicles and automation enters the industry. Our goal is to ensure that you are equipped with the skills you need to be successful in this new way of life. So make sure you connect with me across all of my platforms. Jerri Banks, Autonomous Trucking. I look forward to connecting with you. All right, welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you everyone for being here. Again, make sure if you have not tapped in, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Make sure you follow me across all of my social media platforms and make sure that we are definitely connected. Stellar customer service. What is stellar customer service? And I'm going to take you back. And most of you know that my career spans nearly 3 decades now, almost 3 decades, almost 30 years of being in the transportation industry. And it's across aviation and trucking. And stellar service is at the heart of both of those. And it was with stellar customer service that the company that I worked with for over a decade enabled me, and I was in operations on the leadership team, but they requested that I become their facilitator, become their trainer for stellar customer service at their company. And the company was Universal Weather and Aviation. Well, hi to all my Universal family. And at Universal, uh, we moved people across the globe. If you had your own plane, if you chartered a plane, if you were a government, a heads of state, that's what we did. We did all the logistical planning for them. But that's a high level of customer service. That's a very high level of customer service for VIPs, for heads of state, government. And so success was imperative. Success was imperative. And so I spent 2 years there training and upskilling the entire organization. And that was over 800 people across the globe because it wasn't just at our headquarters in Houston, it was across the globe. And I taught a course on stellar customer service. It was a full 1 day, I think it was 2 day, it might have been a 2 day workshop. And it was very, very crucial. And so I correlate that to the stellar customer service that we deliver in aviation is the exact same stellar customer service that you deliver on the trucking side. And it's so important that you deliver stellar customer service because the success of this is not just about, moving your goods and getting your load from point A to point B. The transportation professional interact with your customers along the way. And so stellar customer service can define your company's reputation. You better believe it can define your reputation as well. And when you deliver it, when you have it, you set yourself apart from everybody else because it is a very competitive market. When you have and you deliver on that customer service and you give that customer an experience, it sets you apart. And you need to be set apart in a very, very competitive market. And so it's more than just about making your deliveries on time. It's about making every one of your customers, internal and external. It's about making them feel valued. It's about making them feel understood. Because your internal customer is your coworker. Your internal customer is your team member that's working with you. Okay. And when you do this, when you make them feel valued, when you make them feel a part of something, they want to work with you, and they build a lasting relationship with not just you, but with your company. You build loyalty for not just you, but loyalty for your company. And loyalty is probably the most important thing, because when something goes wrong, just like, earlier I gave you the example of the truck breakdown and how communication helped us. But it stemmed from already having that relationship and already building that relationship well on the front end to ensure that we keep that relationship strong between us. And like I said, loyalty is probably the most important thing, because when you have a late delivery, when you have a miscommunication, that loyalty in that relationship is what's going to keep that relationship strong. And it's going to make them a little bit more willing to work through that situation, versus if you were someone that they'd never talked to, someone that they never worked with before. And so that's why establishing that in the beginning is very crucial and very key. So, for all of you that are looking to elevate your customer service skills, here are 3 actionable tips that I want to leave you so that you can just start practicing them right now. Put them in your pocket, put them in your toolbox, and then pull them out each time you have that opportunity. The first is active listening. And by truly listening, by turning off your mind, and by truly focusing and listening to what that customer says, then you're able to not only to listen and discern what they say, but you're also able to listen to what they're not saying and what they're not needing, so that you can then exceed their expectations. Because that's what it's about. It's about making an experience and exceeding their expectation. But active listening involves paying attention fully, turning your phone off, turning your brain off, because your brain's doing all that squirrel talk and stuff. Turn it off, right? And acknowledge their issues, respond appropriately. It only builds and shows respect, and it helps to build trust. So practice your active listening in every situation, every encounter that you come into. Practice it with your family, because some of y'all probably don't even actively listen to your wife. My husband, he's probably listening on TikTok or something. He don't listen to me, but he practiced, and I know he doesn't listen to me, but he practices really good skills, like he is listening, okay? Because he's engaged. He's like nodding his head and doing the whole thing. And I know you're not listening, but it's good that it's good that you're trying. But like down the line, like maybe a week later, he'll say something. I'll be like, he was listening. He was listening. But so practice your active listening skills in every interaction that you come into contact with a customer, and just practice it on your own. Summarize what that customer has said, just to ensure that you understood them correctly, because you don't want to make a mistake, right? And then number 2, positive communication. Communicate clearly and positively, even in a very stressful situation. Use language that shows that you understand. Use language to show and provide assurance, professionalism. I can't say it enough. Be professional. Be professional. And that is very, very important, because your positive professional tone, it can influence how your message is received. It can influence, how they perceive you. And so you want to train yourself to maintain that positivity. Practice the responses to those common customer scenarios that you just like encounter on the roadways. Practice them. Talk to yourself in the truck. And then lastly, number 3, follow up. Always follow up and follow through on your promises. Check back with your customers after their delivery to make sure that they are satisfied. Because you're going to see them again, especially if you're local. You probably see those same customers on the route regularly. Build that relationship with them. These steps and this step, it shows that you care. It shows that you care more than it's not just a sale, it's not just a load, it's not just something I'm doing. You care about the overall service experience. You can implement just a simple follow-up system by making a phone call, by reaching out to them, making sure everything's good. You got everything you need. Like, that sets you apart. That sets your company apart. So I want you to practice and add these skills to your customer service toolbox, because you're going to find that it can dramatically improve your interactions with your customers, which ultimately is going to enhance your overall experience and boost not just the perception of your company's brand in the trucking and transportation industry, but it's also going to boost and enhance your personal brand, because that's what's more important. You want to make the company look good and enhance the company, but you never know when your personal brand is going to be valuable to a customer. You never know when you might be in between jobs and looking for a new career, and you reach out to that customer that you built that strong and let them know, hey, look, I'm in need of a new opportunity. Do you have anything in mind? And they may be, hey, you know what, Sarah? Actually, I do. Because you went above and beyond for us so many times. I actually have an opportunity for you. So your personal brand is what this is all about. It's not just about the company, it's about you. Right? So I want you to take those tips, put them in your toolbox, and use them at every opportunity you get. Now, this wraps up our show for today. I again want to thank you so much for your time. Thank you for joining us. Again, if you have not already subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you connect with me across all of my social media platforms. I look forward to seeing you on the next show next Wednesday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Goodbye.